Hi guys, I'm Lindsay. Today we're going to stretch and roll your back. So all you need is your foam roller. You're going to go ahead and lay on that foam roller and lift those hips. Go and take the hands behind the head so you can support your neck here. I'm just going to roll, make sure your hair doesn't get in the way, and just gently rolling up and down the center of the spine to start. Now you never want to go on that lumbar spine. So the lumbar spine is where you can feel the ribs end, and then there's that back that is not connected to your rib cage, right? So that's a vulnerable area to roll because there's not a ton of support from just your body weight and the spine on the roller. So we want to avoid that when rolling your spine. Let's go ahead and go slightly to one side. Doesn't matter, either side you want to start with. So you imagine you've got your spine, and then the muscles that run down the side of the back there. Just gently roll on that. So you're finding maybe in the ribs, your intercostal muscles, the muscles that run between the ribs. Sometimes that can kind of take your breath away a little bit, so just be aware of that. And then gently go to the other side. Readjust however you need. Keep supporting your head and neck. You can always hold on to the thighs if that feels better. And just gently moving on the other side of the spine. And then we're going to come through center again. Now I want you to go ahead, we're working on upper back. So close the elbows, pull the forearms forward, tuck the chin to the chest, and move the roller onto that upper back region. So now, by sliding the shoulder blades forward, you're able to reach the muscles that are between the shoulder blades. So that's why we close the elbows here. We want to get into the subscapula, the rhomboid. Those are huge areas for tension. And just keep doing that a little bit longer here, seeing if maybe you would go slightly side to side. And then take that roller all the way down to the base of your ribs. So you can feel around, find where that is. Let the hips relax down. Hands can either stay behind the head and arch back with open elbows. So you're opening the pecs, or you can just relax the arm weight back. Now if this is ever too much, just back off. You can put a pillow or anything under your head, but we just want to expand the front side of the body. If the legs feel good here, that's great. You can also extend them. You can go into a butterfly, anything that allows you to relax. And then move maybe 2 inches higher. So now we're more middle upper back. Breathe there. You'll notice that there'll be different parts of your spine that don't have as much mobility. That's normal for everyone. Try to stay in those spots, maybe a couple breaths longer before you move on. And then go all the way to your upper back. Now here you can really let the head fall back. Again, there's always that option to have the hands clasped behind the head. That gets a nice stretch in the pectoral muscles, front of the chest. Great. And then, without catching the hair, roll on up. You can move that roller aside. For our back, we're going to do a couple side bends, a couple twists, and then extension. So take your left leg out to the side, pull your right leg in towards you. We'll take a side bend here. Your hand can either go to the floor or reach across to that outer thigh. And go ahead, spiral open. Now you want to keep this opposite sits bone down, so the bony parts of the butt on the floor. Take a big inhale. And exhale, reach into the side of the back. Look towards the ceiling. You can use your elbow push against the leg and spiral your chest open more. Inhale. Exhale, reach a little further, maybe reaching across that leg as you go lower. One more breath here. Good. And then lifting it up. Go ahead, switching the sides, pulling that opposite leg in. Flex the foot. This is not about this leg engagement, but we do want a little energy through that leg. Let's go take the forearm or the hand down. Side bend, spiral open. Inhale. Exhale, reach into it. Keep lengthening. 2 more breaths here. As you go further, try to go a little lower. And 1 more breath there. Good. All right, go ahead and lift on up. Spin those legs around behind you. I want you to lift up into a sphinx pose. So the legs are parallel, kneecaps are down. You can squeeze them all the way together. I'd recommend a little bit wider than that. Elbows aligned right underneath the shoulders. And feel the sternum, breastbone shining forward. Shoulders pressing down. You can move the head And next, side to side, up and down. Tuck the tailbone under so the glute muscles stay engaged, the abs stay pulled up. You can stay here if this is enough for today. If you want to go to the next level, keep the hands exactly where they are, just straighten the arms. So now we're arching our mid and upper back. From here, looking up, maybe a little head movement, maybe just holding. If it's too much, you go back down. And then go ahead, lay all the way down. Just let the hips rock a little side to side. We're going to now take the legs a little wider than the hips, turn it out so the knees are a little open, taking a baby cobra here, pressing the hands into the floor, tuck under so the glute muscles are engaged, the abs are suctioning away from the floor, and start to just press up and down a couple times here. Now this can be as high or as low as you want to take this. The goal is to keep the glute tight, the abs pulled in, finding as much extension as you've got today. Do about one more. Maybe you hold at the top for a moment. That feels good. You can stay. And then go ahead and sit back to a child's pose. This can be knees together or feet together, knees apart. Just walk the hands out. We'll take 3 slow breaths here. Inhaling in. And exhale, relax. Now if you feel amazing, you can grab the roller, place it under your hands or your wrists, and let your head drop between those arms. Let's give it 2 more big breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more big breath. And roll on up. We're going to finish with a spinal twist. So we got a little back extension, we got some side bending. We're going to finish with some twisting here. Go lay all the way on your back, hug your right knee or left knee, doesn't really matter. I'm showing with my right, so your left if you're mirroring me. Just squeeze that in nice and tight, trying to feel the hips even, the front of the hip crease. Take the leg up and over, cross the body, and then look away from the hand. Or, sorry, look away from the knee is what I meant to say there, looking at the opposite hand, breathing into that. Inhale, exhale, let the leg go a little heavier. Trying to feel the shoulders relax down. Now if you feel that shoulder way off the floor, maybe bring the leg a little higher so the shoulders can stay down and the lower back can twist against that. We've got 2 more slow breaths here. And coming through center, going to the opposite side, hugging that left knee in, stretching the right leg long, crease it in, or whichever side you did not do. You don't have to match me exactly, as long as you get both sides. Go across the body and look away from the bent knee. Breathing here. Now again, if you feel that shoulder lift off the floor, maybe let the shoulder stay down and the leg come a little higher. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale, feel the back twist. So you want to feel the hips and the leg move in opposition to the rib. So I like to think about this as a wet towel. When you wring out a wet towel, it gets longer. So that's the way I want you to think about your spine when you're twisting. About 2 more breaths. Exhale, trying to relax more. And on the next big exhale, come up through center, hug the knees in. You can do a couple circles, one direction, and then the other. And rock on up. Thanks for joining me today. Hope your back feels a little better.